want to use the inside office where his young brother and the young family was living. So he had this built in 1837, and it was used as a company office through 1891. There were about 5 people here working here, and also the president of the company was working in here too. 1920s, Mrs. Crowningshield now has moved into the house, the last resident. She's here, the black powder factory had closed. She doesn't need an office, she turns it into a guest house because people are visiting her when she's here from Florida or New England. She takes the furnishing, she puts it away, she lets the Hagley Foundation know where it's going to be. She knew this was going to be a museum. So let's start in the bookkeeper's office. Take a look at the stand-up, sit-down desk and the mail cabinet. They were here. I understand stand-up, sit-down desks are coming back in fashion. I see some secretaries in different schools I visit, you know, they move their desks up, offices. So the stand-up, sit-down desk, they worked long hours. They worked about 12 hours a day, give or take. They worked, and everybody, you can come in, you can stand wherever. They worked 6 days a week. They had 2 holidays off. One, and I don't know if they were paid. One holiday was Christmas, and the other holiday we just saw recently. Anybody want to guess what it was? 4th of July. Right, they're very patriotic, and fireworks are made with gunpowder, so I'm sure they had fireworks. Any ledgers that you see as we walk around the office are historical ledgers, but from other companies, not from the DuPont company. Ours are in the archives and library. Mail cabinet, you can take a step up to it and read the names of the cities that are still on there where the black powder was being sent out to. You'll see Chicago, Chattanooga, Denver. Notice that most of the cities listed here, 1870s, are out west. We were expanding our borders westward, and these cities and towns needed the black powder, yes, for gunpowder, but mostly for blasting. They needed to clear the land for farms, for mines, quarries, and for the railroads. Folks, it went out usually by Conestoga wagon, though later in the 1800s it did go out by the railroads. Went out in 25-pound barrels like that, bigger barrels for the military. Let's step into the president's office. This is Henry's desk and chair. As I said, Henry was the moneymaker for the DuPont company and family. He was a great money manager, but he was very old-fashioned. He never electrified, even though he lived till 1889. He never put electricity into the factory, the home, or the office. He always used a feather pen, even when there were better writing implements. He didn't want to get into dynamite, but it was because his nephews were bugging him to get into dynamite, and they were buying up smaller black powder factories that were already making dynamite. That's how finally the company got into making dynamite as well. Behind you, you see the tins of black powder. That's how you would buy it at the store. And you recognize the flasks on the bottom 2 shelves. That's how you would pour the black powder in and wear on your person. Over here, we have a letter press. You'll see these in old offices. While the ink was wet, there's some kind of tissue paper exchange. You were able to get an exact copy by putting the tissue paper and document in the book, turning the vise and doing it again, and you would get a copy of that. Anybody want to guess which one's the lady's gun up there? What do you think? Anybody? I always thought it was the bigger one, but I heard somebody say this. I always thought it was, the smaller one. But the bigger one, if you take a look at I think that's called the stock, where they would rest their chin, the velvet. Men didn't need the velvet. We ladies, we needed the velvet. And I understand the longer gun wouldn't have as much of a kickback as from what gun enthusiasts told me here when we visited. Let's take a walk into the next room.